What is going on, guys? Welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I am going to be looking at the trailer. It's an old trailer now. Now it's an old trailer. It's about a year old almost, by a few months, of the latest announcement game trailer from the people at Hello Games. Um, So I want to go through it and just look at it and react to it and check it out and go through the things. It's been done 1,000 times. I know it's been done 1,000 times, but I haven't done it. And since I do want to cover this game with my kids when it comes out, whenever that is, then I think it'd be something good to put it out there and get y'all's opinions. I have some questions. I did not write anything down. I completely forgot. I'm doing this very late at night, and it's pretty much almost my bedtime, and I'm just kind of going through it. And let's start off. So we start off here in the first scene, and it's very interesting. Four different characters, very different characters. We don't know what this guy is right here. We don't know what this guy, the tall guy, is right here, but there's three of them carrying bows. There's one of them. It looks like be a warrior. It looks like that's a sword. He's got a helmet back here, so I guess you can equipped. I don't know if this is like just part of the backpack, or if this is a helmet you can actually like equipped. And maybe like The Witcher, that you could put like monster heads on your belt. Maybe this you can take off your helmet and put it in your bag until hang it on your bag, until you need it. Then when you need it you can put it on, or you automatically put it on, or something. You know, this structure, you can see a structure way over here. It looks like from this distance, it looks like a small structure, but it's probably a huge structure. If you can see it this big from this far away, I would imagine it's a good size. You can see a couple of boats down here. I don't know. I guess those are the sailboats that you see later on in the trailer. Some birds. Although these two, from this distance, they look like birds, but they're kind of big. Depending how far they are, they look like they're pretty far. Those might be dragons. You can see this plateau over here, this plain over here, a little change in scenery over here. Very nice foliage. Several islands here going into this inlet here from the ocean. It looks like it's very cool. Let's keep going here. Yeah, you see. Okay, this one right here. Now, a lot of people had said these are like the we don't know what these are, right? I don't know what these are. I have no idea. But wouldn't it be interesting? Because later on in the video, you're gonna see when they're in the houses, little green floating things, and my thinking is those are portals, right? But portals to where? What if these knowledge stones, or these stones here, are like markers, and they're spread out around the world, and these are the only places that you can travel to and from? Kind of like the Witcher signposts, the Witcher 3 signposts. You have to go to a signpost, click on it, and then you would have that as your travel point. You could travel from one continent to the other, or from one place to the other, to these signposts. You couldn't just go anywhere, but you go from signpost to signpost. So I think that's interesting. It looks like it's broken too, kind of old, right? And it looks very cool and very interesting. Look at this foliage also. It's very interesting foliage. Different colored trees. I wonder what the rule is for this, since it's it's a biome, and then you get this different colored tree. Down here it looks like, well, no, it looks like these plants right here, I guess. You get some snow up here, There's something up there. You see that? That could be just like a snow cap or some snow, like over here. But on the top right, there might be a place also. Oh no, never mind. It was something flying. So it probably is just some snow. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so now this next scene. This next scene looks really cool. Okay, you see 3 skeletons. One full-size, human-like looking skeleton. Although a little different. These, maybe. Kind of thick in the legs, right? With a weapon, kind of like a maul. And then you see these little tiny skeletons with horns, right? And these are enemies, right? I think it's been confirmed. I think it's been confirmed that these are enemies. These are not players. These are not friendly NPCs. These are enemies. And then this ruined wasteland, right? This wasteland where everything's ruined, right? This smoke out here looks dangerous. Other people have said, it looks dangerous. Another one over here, just smoke coming up. Looks very dangerous. I don't know what this is. Might be just a plant. Yeah, it's a plant. It's right here. These are the same ones, but these ruins look very interesting. Up here, you can see kind of like another knowledge stone. It looks like, right? Or at least the patterns of it. What else? I'm doing just kind of live. I mean, I've seen the trailer several times, but I've never seen it in 4K or 1080p. But this looks really cool. This looks really like a bygone civilization. And it makes me wonder, if there's going to be lore, like location lore of civilizations that have come before. It just so interesting to me. And I hope there is, right? I hope there is lore like that in the world. It just looks really cool. It looks so cool. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, wait a second. Let's go back a bit. Okay, never mind. Okay, this next one. Now, yes, you go directly to the characters and directly to this big sphere, right? A lot of people are saying this is like a nexus, or they think it's like a nexus, or like these hubs, right? People don't know, but theories are out there. Theories are abound, and I have minor theories also. I know nothing. Probably I'm the worst one to be doing something, to be theorizing about stuff, but I don't know. That looks, to me, it looks kind of weathered, right? It looks kind of beat up, like it's been neglected. Maybe been out here for a long time, right? I mean, if you can see it, you look at the, I don't know how my video is coming through, but if you look at this up here, it looks like it's chipped from this distance, right? We don't know. It looks big, but I'm sure it's really far away. It's really far away. If this is the size of our characters and we're this close from them, this thing is really far away still. But look at that. It looks chipped. It looks beat up. It looks old. I'm thinking this is like an above ground dungeon. For those of us that have played MMOs, think, if you played EverQuest, think, what was that place, that haunted mansion, next to that zone in Butcher Block? Damn, I can't remember it, but like Mistmore. I wasn't talking about Mistmore before, right? But like Castle Mistmore, Castle Mistmore is another really good above ground dungeon reference that a lot of people know. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And this might be like that, and as far as we know, there are several of these. They could be an explorable dungeon that at the end, you find lore, you find equipment, you find gear, equipment and gear, same thing. You find resources, or you find knowledge, right? You find out how to do new things, how to make these blue swords, how to craft with these blue swords. And we look here, we don't know what this guy is, but if I had to guess, it's either a mole or a frog, because we've seen moles and frogs. We see moles and frogs throughout the trailer. This is like a satyr. This is like or a ram. This is like a deer. And this, to me, he doesn't have a tail. It doesn't look like. So this might be a bear, right? The bear's got really cool. It's really cool. Sword looks like a one-hander. This guy, as you can see, he's wearing the helmet. And it's not in his backpack, right? This guy's wearing a helmet, not in his backpack. Wearing a helmet, looks like not in his backpack. I can't tell what this weapon is, but it looks like he's got a strap. And this guy, he's just too low to the ground. I can't see. Also, maybe it's just this biome. I don't know what type of biome this is, but what if everything is red because of seasons? Seasons, right? It could just be this forest, that it's a red forest, or these trees and grass is just this color. But what if everything is red at this point because it's seasons? It's the fall, before the snows come in, and everything's changing colors. An unexplored Earth. So all of this is unexplored, right? So maybe that's why. Maybe it's an ancient place, It's people haven't been to this location since in many, many years, and that's why it's decaying. I just think it's so cool. Look at that, man. Look at that turn, dude. Damn. Okay. So water. This is an otter. I think this is what was on that last post. You can see this is a ship. This is a mast, the sail, and I guess the ship is like this. Initially, I thought this was the front of the ship, but it's not. This is just the sail. The front is over here. But what if these guys were on this ship and it just got destroyed? It doesn't look old. It doesn't look beat up like that sphere. It looks broken, but what if they just sunk? Something just sunk this ship, right? Something has sunk this ship, and now these characters are running away. Look at these racks over here. This coral. The school of fish. There's more here. There's here. And what about this octopus right here? Look at this guy. It does look like it's coming towards them, right? Like it's turning towards them. I don't know what this guy in the bottom is. Let me see. Yeah, you see that guy's coming from over there somewhere. This guy's coming from over there somewhere. So he went to go check something out. He probably didn't know what that purple thing was. He's like, oh, nope. Let's get the hell out of here. Right? This looks like a person, like a human. I can't tell what this is because he's got the hood on. This one either. I can't tell what this one is. That's a frog right there. So it's an otter and a frog. Right? Yeah. It's more fish, more coral, more life under the ocean. This is too big. Right? And now we're going to come out of the water and check it out. Check it out. This has been said also in other videos, I'm sure. But, why not? This, I don't know if this is a torch or if this is a staff, magic staff. But this changes once you get out of the water. This is probably the biome indicator. This is the time of day, more than likely. And this down here is probably what shows the temperature. So it all changes when you get out of the water. So you see the temperature went up by a tick. The biome changed to a leaf. And this, it went from a staff, I think, to a torch, I think. Right? And we see our first glimpse of a dragon here and over here, right? Look at that guy, man. Look at that guy. Flying up there. Look at this foliage. Something runs across there. Oh. Okay, let's playback speed 0.25. Okay. So we go right here. Okay. So this looks like a snow area, right? To me, it looks like a snow area. Others have said it already. It looks like a snow area. This guy, he's got to be a mage, right? Magic staff with this little strap. So maybe that's what that other guy was. Mage hat, fully geared, nice backpack. I wonder if you're going to use these bedrolls. I've seen several characters with bedrolls already. I wonder if this is just an aesthetic for your backpack or if it's actually usable. You know, and this pack right here, is that an addition to your backpack? Like, you want to increase your inventory in your backpack, you make little packs to set up around it, right? Or at least 1 or 2 or 3, right? But I wonder if you're going to use this for something. Are you going to set up camp to save or to set up a respawn point, right? Like in Age of Conan, right? Age of Conan, you put a bedroll down. And in 7 Days to Die, you put a bedroll down. And you die and you wake up at your bedroll. Wonder that's what this is for right here. You see this looks like a hiker's backpack. It's got the wooden beams going down and up to help support the stuff up. And next of all, I want to draw your attention to this flag here. What is this flag? Is this something in the world? Or is this something a player made? Because there's another one down here. There's another flag right down here. And I'm thinking about it. Let me see if I can. I don't know what that is over there. Okay, it's nothing. Okay, so. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this flag. I don't know what this is. It says, to me, it says toll. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what that is. But, you know, this could also be a spawn point. You could set this up and maybe be a spawn point. Though there's another one over here. So it's mainly, I think, maybe a waypoint. Maybe a waypoint for your map. Maybe this is how you name things. You find something new and you name it by putting a flag in it in the area. I don't know. But it's interesting. What about this thing up here? What is this thing up here? And what are these things up here? Why does it look like it's hanging? I'm not sure if that looks like it's hanging or if it's... Yeah, it looks like it's hanging. Like there's something... Oh, shoot. Yeah, you see these like steam things going up here? What is that? Is it hanging? Is it tethered to something with some type of smoke magic? Is it smoking? Is the dust that's supposed to be falling down flowing up? And it looks like it's coming from this hole. Right? So what is this? This looks to be a light right here. There's another hole right here, but it's in the bottom, so you can't see if anything's coming out. Like, what is that thing? People have said that there's things like this in No Man's Sky. I haven't seen them. I've had No Man's Sky since it came out. I have not explored everything. I love that game, but it kind of pisses me off because I feel that there is no real goal other than finding the center of the universe. So hopefully, I'm hoping this will have more. They said it's an RPG, open world survival RPG. So I'm hoping it'll have more, quests and things to do, right? But we'll see. For now, it just looks really cool and it's really interesting, and I can't wait for it to drop so I can check it out, right? But I do play No Man's Sky. I love exploring. I love running around. Just, I love the space combat. The shooting, I'm a little less excited about the shooting. I'm not really a first-person shooter, and, mainly that's why. But I'm definitely a fantasy guy, okay? Definitely a fantasy guy. And this is very interesting to me. So let's keep going here. Okay. Gliders. So these guys, it looks like they went up somewhere really high and they're gliding down, right? Different colors. This one's red. These two, because there's two of them here. There's another person right in front there. These two are different colors. These two are green. This one is red. Although it does look like it has some brown patches here. Now that I look at it. And it looks to be made out of branches, right? And I'm wondering, and you can see that they've got different backpacks too. I'm wondering why they're swinging. I wonder if that's like a speed mechanism or maybe a lift mechanism. You see, it's real quick, but check it out. He swings. You see how he swings up? I wonder if that's a speed mechanism. Like a speed mechanism, like you do it to speed up or you do it to gain more altitude. I would imagine it's to gain more altitude. But it probably costs something. Stamina or something, right? Because they have to have something. Although, if you get out of stamina and you're up high, you're kind of screwed. Like in Zelda. But in Zelda, the mountains weren't that big, right? Not all of them. There's very few of them that were big. This one is touting to be as big as the world, as tall as Everest. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be very difficult to get down from those places. Okay, so I think this is probably the best screen of them all. It looks awesome. It looks like a cold biome, maybe a extremely cold biome, though this guy is not wearing cold gear. It could be just like a wasteland biome. You don't get a HUD indicator here, so I don't know. But look at this. The trees are dead. Everything is covered in this white thing. It doesn't look like snow. This looks like ice. But I just don't know. It's just too far away. I can't see it. I don't know what it is. This bunny over here looks awesome. He's getting on his bird. The birds look incredible. I don't know what type of birds these are. Maybe they're just ravens or crows, but they look really cool. The saddles on these things look very cool too. I wonder if you have to make the saddles. In fact, I wonder how you tame these beasts, and not just flying beasts, every beast, because you can also get like wildebeests and stuff. I wonder if you have to like get an egg, like for birds and dragons, get an egg and hatch it, kind of like Ark. Ark, when you want to go get a wyvern, you have to go and steal an egg from a wyvern nest and then bring it back and hatch it, right? I would imagine getting a bird's egg is a lot easier than getting a dragon egg in that situation, right? Or a wyvern egg. And a wildebeest, or I don't know, there's horses, but I'm wondering, You have to go and pick up a fowl, or I think that's what they're called, fowls, right? Pick up a fowl and raise it up. You know, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But this looks really cool. Look, this is a different type of backpack too. It's got different things on here. It looks like just a bunch of rope, to tell you the truth. But it looks really cool. And we're back to this scene again, which is fine because this is a beautiful scene. And you see the person that was underwater earlier running there. You see another person there. I think there's... No, that's a rock. But there is another person running over here. Yeah. Yeah, there's another person running there. There's a little animal right there. And there's at least 2 birds or dragons flying over there. And this one up here. Now, this here. You can see a guy here. 2 there. 1 there. 1 there. That's 4, 5, 6. There's another one inside this house. 7. There's another one chopping a tree. 8. There's another walking with a log. 9. Okay, so let's run through it. You see, so there. We're just gonna keep it slow. There's, you see, boom, boom, and there's another one right. Wait, let's bring it back to normal speed because it looks funny. You see, there he is. He comes out right there, and this guy's wearing something completely different. Right, he's wearing something completely different. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit more. And let's go back one more time. And one more time. Okay. So here, this looks like a knife. Somebody was saying that. The guy was up there. He just jumped off with a glider. This looks like a knife. I don't know if, you can set up these things. I think these are player made. I think more likely these are player made. These signposts here, they say, I don't know what they say. They're in that weird language, but it looks like it says home, right? And somebody mentioned if these were the build computers from No Man's Sky. And they might be, this, maybe not the build computers, but maybe this is how you claim a territory, right? You put this down, boom, this is my territory. This is where I'm building. This is my house. In my house, this is where I'm making my place, right? This guy over here, or this girl over here, you see that? That's a stone axe, it looks like, right? There's a log here on the ground from a tree that's already been felled. Probably this is part of that tree. So I would imagine you fell a tree, you cut logs. This is not a full log either. This looks like a quarter or a third of a log. So maybe he split the wood and now he's walking back to use it for something. Right? This is a big ass tree. This is a thick ass tree. That stone axe. Good luck, right? Could be there for a while. But as you can see, he's wearing the same backpack as that other toon in the wasteland, and this also looks like a bear. It looks like a bear. This looks like a human, just off the cuff, or I don't know. This is a bunny. Now, there's something in here sparkling. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what this light is either. This is, I hadn't seen that. This looks like it's lit up, right? Yeah, it looks like it's lit. It looks like a sign, like a lit up sign. Something sparkling in here. Maybe it's a bomb. Maybe that's the animation when something is being crafted. I'm not sure. But you see the sign right here. I'm thinking this is how you claim territory. Now, this right here, this portal, I think this is the portal. Okay, and I think this takes you, if those stones that we saw earlier are, transport stones that you have to activate somehow. Maybe you can set up a portal in your base and you can zip to and from. Maybe just to that stone and then back, and then to another stone and back. I think that would be better, if you could go to one, if you had to go and find the stones or find these travel points, unlock them somehow by doing a puzzle or a quest or something. And then you could use it, but only to travel from your home or to your home and back to that stone. It's a one-way travel, right? Just up and back. If you want to use another stone, you have to go to another stone, and from that stone, you have to travel from that stone to your home, and to your home from that to that stone, right? I think that would be interesting. Again, these trees up here, I don't know. I guess they're just the color of the tree, the color of the biome, the trees. I hadn't seen this up here. Okay, never mind. As you can see, this guy's building up here. I like the way the building is. You see the rocks going up, being placed automatically up there, like by magic, right? That's really cool. These look like crafting tables. This is a kiln or a smelter, right? That looks like a crafting table right there. I don't know if these pots are used for anything crafting, but I mean, they're in the crafting area. They might be, right? That's another guy over there on a, I guess this is a kingfisher. Yeah, you see this is another pot right here. This is a pig. It's a Piggly Wiggly. So yeah, this looks like a sword or a knife. Maybe that guy makes blades. He's a crafter. He's a smith, right? He's a smith for this community, right? And again, same side. I don't see a portal here though. And you can see the gigantic vista up here. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. We're gonna slow it down again. Oh no. Shit. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna slow it down again. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna sound weird, but you know what? Let's just turn off the sound. Okay, so right here, really cool. There are potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this scene, right? Excuse me. I'm tired. I'm telling you, it's late for me. And as you can see, this is the mast. It's got the same symbol of the mast that was underwater earlier, right? You can see a badger up here, a human, another human. I don't know what these are. You can't see them, but there's definitely, more than likely, there's definitely somebody on this dragon. And more than likely, there's at least a few people on this boat and on this one. So the boats are big. Especially when, at this point. We're going to see some other ones that are not that big. So let's keep going. Oh, okay. So here we are hunting boar, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6 people hunting boar. This over here looks like a bear. That does not look like a boar. He probably was sneaking up, didn't see the bear, right? So these guys seem to be routing the boar right in the fire line to these 2 archers. And as you can see, the bow is going to hit and it's going to explode. And I wonder if there's exploding arrows, right? Because for a regular arrow, it makes a big flash. Boom, right there. And it goes into here. Here it's very cool. It looks very cool. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh, darn it. It keeps doing that. Maybe I should just sorry. I'm doing it again. Let me see, period. Okay, so right there. So back here you see some kind of altar or stone, right? Something weird. Of course, your eye gets automatically drawn to this guy, right? This guy fighting this thing. And because of the light, you can't really see his backpack, but it looks like a different backpack altogether. This is a sword. He just swiped this thing. It looks like he beat the crap out of at least one crab already. Right here, it looks like an arm is here. There's another one coming in. I don't know what this is. There's another two characters running towards the big crab. And of course, this is the big crab, right? The big crab right here. And it looks to be corrupted somehow. Somebody said it already. So someone else made this observation. That it seems to be corrupted, right? Or maybe this is the purple hue is just what they use for their bosses. We don't know. But as you can see, the sword has a flame. Is this a magic sword like the Fairy Avenger for those EverQuest paladins out there? Or could it be just like an oil placed on the sword, like you do in what's it called, the Dark Souls, right? Demon Souls, the Dark Souls. Who knows, right? But I'll tell you what, this is probably a group battle right here. That is really cool to see. Okay, the guy starts shaking, he starts shaking, and it looks like he's about to charge this guy, and he is not happy, right? So then we go back to regular speed because we are back in the regular world. And we get on the dragons. This is a chunky dragon right here. This is one of those nice lean dragons, and this is probably like somewhere in the middle. But this guy looks cool, man. There's different dragons. These are 3 different dragons, and there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 more in the video. Again, these saddles with a bedroll and some potions, are they usable? Who knows? But they're here, right? Seems to be in the same biome too. Look at this water here. Look at this water where it goes out. It looks really cool, right? And it takes off just like No Man's Sky. These are birds. These gotta be birds. They're too small to be anything else. Okay, so here in this scene, you see a couple of things. You see maybe a house there. Maybe a house there. Something there. But you see this structure right here. So is there underwater ruins that you can explore? And if you can, there's got to be a way, maybe alchemical or magical, to hold your breath for an extended amount of time, right? Now, going on, you're going to see these boats here. These are rafts. Oh, you see another house back here, right? And something over here. These don't seem to be rendering incorrectly, but we're not going to look at that right now. These rafts here. So these rafts are probably your basic rafts. The first things you're able to build when you first start building boats. And it's awesome because it tells me that there's going to be a structure to it, right? You're going to start with this, you're going to move to this, you're going to move to, I mean, it's basic survival game etiquette, right? But still, you don't want to jump somewhere and be able to build the best right away, right? The bow, I don't know what this is over here. Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird. They're all birds. Okay, so yeah, you see a raft. There doesn't seem to be anybody on those rafts. Maybe they've been abandoned because they've moved up in life. You know, they moved up in their building Okay, now it rendered in. You see that? It rendered in completely, and now the tree's all the way down. And again, what is this down here? You see this down here? Is this... Could that be ore down underwater, or just... Maybe it's nothing, right? Who knows? Who knows what that is, right? We can't move the camera. Who knows what that is? It looks really cool. I like it. I can't wait for it. So there's 4 dragons. 5 dragons. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go back to slow, and we're going to turn off music. This is another type of dragon. Look at these horns, man. This saddle's got more potions. No bedroll. I think this is a drake because it doesn't have the other arms. But look at these shoulder pads. And then you get this bird, right? Okay, wait. Let's go back. Okay, this bird, this back again. There's the bedroll. This bird. You see this whole area, but let's go back to this one. Look at this weather. It looks like it's just a storm. It looks like it's still day. There's light back here. But the storm is really getting a hold of everything, right? And this guy is he's just going. He's out for exploration. He didn't care if it's raining. Okay, so here, pretty much what you see is what you get, right? Just a bunch of stuff. It looks like there might be something down here. Might be nothing. Might just be the snow cap. And okay, so there is some clipping right here on the mount, right on the saddle. There's some clipping, but hey, it's to be expected. It's a game, right? I don't really take points, even in the live game, for something like this, because it's a game, dude. You know, it's a game. You got to take the good with the bad, and this is not really bad. It's just part of it, right? I play a lot of Kenshi, so I don't really care about clipping. Okay, so right here. Okay, so here, the interesting part here is the biome. Now, this is the same dragon that we saw earlier. You see, it's got the big shoulder pad things, but it doesn't have horns. Maybe this is a younger dragon or a female dragon of that type. I don't know. Right? You can breed them. You can do it in Ark. I don't know, right? But check out this landscape. What is this? This looks very strange. There's something down here. And okay, it went by way too fast. Okay. I think that's a tree. A lone tree. And then there's something over here which I can't tell what it is. But maybe this is a place just of rock. But then why would there be a tree right here? Right? It looks like a tree. To me, it looks like a tree. Not a very big tree, but it looks like a tree. Looks like there's some... Make sure it's not just my screen here. Maybe there's some over here. I don't know. I can't tell. This is a very desolate place, right? There's nothing here, right? There's nothing living here, right? It's just rocks and moss, and maybe this is a place where dragons live, right? Because dragons are always touted to be like out in the outskirts. They want food, they can fly in somewhere, pick up something, and come back to their dead surroundings, right? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so back to this guy on the main screen here. And this guy's just climbing. Okay, let's go back to regular playback. Put the noise back on. And okay, right here. So this. Okay, no, wait. You know what? We'll go back a little bit. Okay, so this doesn't seem... people have mentioned it before. People think this is a player made because it's not seated correctly. It could be. It could be. Or it could just be the the world generation that messed up. You know, things happen. Proggen is no Hello Games' Proggen is really good, but as far as I've seen, right, I'm not a professional. I'm not an IT guy. I'm not a developer. I know nothing, but I play a lot of games. Okay, and generated worlds usually have some issues, in my experience, and this might be just part of it, right? Which is fine. I can deal with it. It's not a problem. It would be good if they go in by hand and fix it, but I don't know how they're gonna put out the world seed or the world, right? I don't know if they're gonna generate the world, lock it, change it, give it to us, or if we're gonna generate a world ourselves once we log in, right? I don't know. I don't know how it works. So, yeah, I'm guessing. I don't think that's player made. It might be, but let me see. It might be, but I don't know. I don't know. It's too big. It's too big to be like a brazier for warmth. It looks more like a beacon. You know, a beacon for this thing. You know, for this over here. And this is probably not a player base. I think this is a beacon for this. You know, kind of like a lighthouse. Like in the dark, like, whoa, watch out for the mountain. You know? I don't know. And then another dragon up there. There's another guy up there. He goes down. I don't know what this is down here. Might not be nothing. Might just be like this coloration right here of the earth. And right here, right? Oh, darn it. I was too slow. This is probably an NPC location, in my opinion, right? Some people have said that they think it might be a player build, and it could be, but I think it's an NPC location. Okay, that's what I think. I think it's an NPC location. It just looks so cool, you know. With the rocks and everything. I just don't see it being a player build, right? And it's probably a lot bigger because you can land the dragon right there. Land the dragon right there, and you'll be fine. You'll be able to jump down and walk into it. We're still pretty far away from it. We're barely coming up to it, and we're not gonna get to it. Okay, so this scene. So here's a fox. First time we see a fox here, right? This guy, I don't know what this guy is. He looks like a wolf, maybe. Yeah, he looks like a wolf or another fox. Maybe another fox. I don't know. But he's got the same type of backpack, kind of like a weaved backpack with a cover on top. Some hooks on the bottom for something. Right? This guy's got more of a box backpack. And another tube weave. Got a mage's staff. Not as geared as the other guy. Very, very, very it looks like very early game shoes. So this is night. It's nighttime. We're in fields. It's very hot, probably because of the fire. He's holding a torch, right? And we start thinking about the title, Light No Fire. Why, right? So we come up, and as they come closer, you start seeing these two eyes come up. And there are several of these guys. There's another one that came up right there. There's another one, I think, coming up here. See? Or I had seen more. There's another one coming up right here. and you start seeing these creepy things like circles with like legs, kind of like the Minecraft gases, in the Nether. Um, are they being drawn for the fire, or are they just being drawn because we're getting close to this thing, right? This right here, this opening, it looks like an entrance. You can see it's got the thing up here. It's got the thing right here, kind of like a way up, kind of like I don't know, a frame right here. And it looks really cool. It looks like it might be an entrance to like a cave system. There's another one of those things right here. And there's another one over here, I think I saw one. Yeah, no, my bad, no. But there is another one over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for sure. And there's 4 tunes here and another one up front. So 5 tunes and 5 of these things. 5 tunes. There's 4 in the picture and there's 1 in the campfire. And then there's 5 of these guys that I can see. Right? And of course, this big golem with his ear and a knowledge stone symbol in his face wakes up. Right? And somebody made the distinction of these lines right here going down as he's waking up. Now, I've never seen this trailer in 4K like I'm watching it now. But it does look like either dust or water is falling. It looks like dust. I want to say dust. Maybe from it not moving for such a long time. There's another one of these things right here. Okay, so it switched. And now we see, oh shit, okay. And now we see so yeah, it's got a weird string of gibberish here and here. There's also this green gas that we saw earlier. It looks like the one we saw earlier with the skeletons back here, right? So dangerous. Danger, Will Robinson. And then we come to this scene. There's a bunch of guys in this scene. Probably not as many as in the main scene, but it is hot. It's a different biome. I don't know what this is. Maybe a desert. But we see wildebeests. Right? They look like wildebeests. And they're all riding them. As well as a couple of dragons. So we're going. There's a lot of stuff. The world seems to be very populated with a lot of things, right? A lot of interesting things that draw your eye. And this guy doesn't have very much life, as it seems. This seems to be the health. And he doesn't have very much life. So yeah, we're riding around in the desert. Probably just got done with a really bad fight. Or running from a really bad fight. Okay. This scene is probably my best. Like the best one that I've seen. The one I like the most. First of all, this symbol. Same one as the stones. The green glow. Same one as the glow in the base. Strange symbols. The fire pyres, or I don't know what they're called. More stuff here. More intricate design, like in the pillars. You can see also the shield is the same one as up here. There's weapons, axes. There's a bunch of stuff over here. There's just a bunch of stuff that draws your eye. Red chains, or it looks like red because of the thing, right? Overgrown. There's something overgrown here. It just looks so cool. I think the tunes look really cool too. You know, this guy has, I don't know what this is. It might be an axe, a bow, a sword and shield, and then a a scimitar, right? Or a curved sword. It doesn't have to be a scimitar. Maybe just a curved sword. And it shows that we have a sword equipped. Okay, let's keep going real quick. Now this place, I think, because of everything we see, the bunnies bowing, us coming in on nonchalant, this guy here, as other people have said, I think this is just a quest hub. An NPC location where you go, you get some lore, you pick up a quest or two or more. Maybe you start a storyline. It would be cool if they had storylines, not just quests, but actual storylines that take time to complete. And the payoff is maybe some lore, some cool equipment. I mean, we know we can get one of these shields, right? So maybe he got this here and he's trying to get his buddy some, you know? I think it'd be cool. These things here. These things. Somebody was saying, why would these things need chains with balls? It looks like brass balls or golden balls. Maybe keeping it down. But why? There's no way to unclip them. Doesn't seem like there's a way to unclip them. It's a solid chain, down and up. It does have a little bit of leeway, a little bit of give, right? So you could probably raise this a bit before the balls keep it down, before the balls stop the momentum, right? So maybe to run right here with this amount of give, maybe run right here. And if you can see, this one is leaning to the side. So when it came back down kind of on its side. But why would it go up? Could it be a travel spot? Also, someone else already mentioned this. I know I've seen a video that says this, and I'm totally taking it from them. But because it's true, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that this thing goes up, somebody ports in, gets the hell out of the way, and then this thing goes back down. Boom. You know? And if there's nothing holding it down, when it goes up, it can kind of move out of the way and bam, fall. Right? So who knows? Let's see if the other ones are kind of, yeah, this one's a little bit off too. Although there's something in there. It looks like there's something in there, right? Or it might just be one of these walls, but on that side, right? One of these walls right here. It might just, that's probably what it is. But yeah, you see that this one's a little offset too. I don't know. And then of course you see this big guy right here. He looks like he has some wooden knee pads, maybe maybe an elbow shield. I don't know. Iron shoulder armor, wrist guard, and a toga, right? Or I don't know what this is called. But yeah, like somebody mentioned that a lot of people are saying, oh, this is probably the quest guy. You can sit here and talk to him. Well, maybe you might be able to sit here and talk to him, or sit here and just chill. But this door is probably where the quest guy is, or the main quest guy, right? Or who knows, maybe it's just the door to the armory or to their vault, and he's guarding it, right? We don't know. We don't know what's on the other side of this room, so we don't know what's going on, right? All I can say is that this guy looks cool. He looks like a big troll or ogre or something. He looks really cool, and he's just chilling. He starts moving a little bit, kind of like, oh, who's there? Oh, he doesn't look too worried. right? He just kind of turns over and, oh, who's there? Okay, well, whatever. You're back, right? Maybe he's about to say something, but we don't get to see that. So we're back to the dragons. This is a different dragon, or he's a painted dragon. I don't know if you can paint dragons. You can do it in Ark. I don't know if you can do it here. Maybe you can. Maybe you can, and this is just a painted dragon. His armor also seems to be yellow, so maybe you can paint, right? It's a black dragon. You paint some of it yellow. You paint your armor yellow, and now you're a team, right? And this guy's got full health. He's got 6 bars of health, right? He's got a sword. We don't know what weather this is or biome, but he keeps going. And we come to this last. It's not the last scene. Is it? Is it the last scene? Yes, it's pretty much the last scene. It's a very beautiful forest. And in the distance, we see another one of these spheres with a bunch of intricate designs on them. Though this one doesn't have a hole like the first one we saw in that red area. And it doesn't look as old. This one looks newer, right? This one looks, you can still see the stuff there. And the first one, you could barely see that it had some designs, but this one looks like somebody just built it. They just unveiled this sucker, you know? So maybe this is a brand new one. Something just built this. Maybe the Atlas just built this. I don't know. It's very interesting though. You can see it's a lot better. And the final scene before the title drop. Everything breaking, everything being sucked up by this Atlas looking thing, right? And you notice the breaking, everything happened inside the Atlas looking thing, right? So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. The hand in the bottom is broken. It's breaking, it's chipping. You see the fingers are chipping. Either it's chipping or it just broke out of the ground. But I tend to think it's chipping. You see how the gold is right here? And here it's gold and then it's missing a piece. I think it's chipping. It's trying to reach and it's breaking. Why? Why is it breaking? As it's trying to reach for the Atlas. I'm going to call it the Atlas because I don't know what else it is. It's breaking. Why? Why is it breaking? And it's just hovering around. It's breaking and it's hovering around. You see more pieces coming off right here. Right? Did I see that right? Let me see. Oh no, it's just coming around. It looks really cool, man. Really cool. So what does those mountains breaking inside of the red Atlas ball mean? What does that mean? The ground breaks apart. This stone floats up into the redness. And then the Atlas. I don't know. But it's really cool, guys. Now, I did have some questions, and I have some thoughts also, right? Mainly, is this going to be a multiplayer? It is. It's going to be multiplayer. But is this going to be an MMO? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be an MMO. Is it gonna be more like Conan, where there's servers and there's like limits to how many people can be on? If that is the case, since it's procedurally generated, will all the worlds be the same, or will each world have its own seed, like Valheim, right? That you can get several different seeds, and things can be incredibly different from one seed to another, like locations of things and stuff. I think that would be cool, and it would prevent a lot of the Wikipedia googling. I think, right? But who knows? Who knows? Also, is it going to be levels? It says it's an RPG, right? I mean, I don't know if it says it here. A procedural Earth. Yeah. A fantasy Earth. Oh, there's another dude over there running. I hadn't even seen that guy. There's. Oh, wait. Check it out right here. He's yeah. See that? See that guy? He's running. Cool. An unexplored Earth. So you see, just like I was talking, this looks worn out. Not like the last one shows us. This one looks worn out. You know. Is there going to be levels? Are we going to level up? Is there going to be a cap to the level? Is it going to be skills like one-handed, two-handed, bow, smithing, armor smithing, weapon smithing, chopping trees, woodworking, bow crafting, arrow making, is there going to be skills? How's the fighting? Because all we see is a bow being shot. All we see is a bow being shot, and then so right here, bow shot, sword swipe, and like a less than a second, thing, and it's only one sword swipe. So I want to know how the fighting's gonna be, how intricate, I'm not expecting, Dark Souls, but I like the mechanic of fighting to be good, passable, right? I don't think the fighting in No Man's Sky is great. The ship combat is okay. The rest, I'm gonna move this. Hopefully, it doesn't mess it up. Okay. The FPS, the shooter. I don't think it's great. I don't know if it's because of the weapons or because, it's mainly an exploration game. That's, you can fight, but that's not what the game is about. The No Man's Sky is about exploring. It's about exploring. It's about running around. It's about, upgrading your ship and your equipment so you can survive. And there is some combat, mainly with the Sentinels and those green lizard things. But it's not your everyday. It's not your goal. That's not your goal. You're not on a mission to take down the Sentinel base. Your goal is to explore, to find things, right? And which is fine. It's a great game, and I enjoy it. I play it slowly. I haven't finished it, but because I play it so slow. I like combat games. I like fighting stuff. I like exploring. Yes, I like lore. Yes, but I like to fight stuff. And I think this is going to be more my cup of tea. So I want to know more of the combat. That would be incredible to find out more of the combat. What else? And of course, how are we going to obtain dragons and birds and mounts and gliders, you know. And how are we going to climb mountains? Are we going to do a Conan? Is there going to be a stamina bar? It doesn't seem, this HUD, it does not seem to be, there doesn't seem to be any stamina bars. Unless this is a stamina bar. Right? And we don't see a health bar. So which one is it? Let's see. When he's running, does it go down? Doesn't look like it. He jumps. Doesn't look like it goes down. That's why I'm thinking this is a health bar. You know? But how are you going to climb? How are you going to glide? Is there going to be a resource? Are you going to have to find a ledge and stop and rest every now and then? Are you going to use climbing picks, climbing shoes, climbing gear? Are you going to use hooks, grappling hooks? If you do use hooks, is it going to be use on whatever? Or are there going to be specific places where you can climb? Because those two things are very different, right? Those two things, having specific places where you can climb is very different than being able to climb anywhere. Right? It just seems weird. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem weird. We don't know what the game is gonna have or what it's gonna do, right? But I hadn't seen this right here. This looks like a teepee, right? That is awesome. That is awesome. That looks like a teepee. That is really incredible. I had not seen that. That is really cool. So teepee's confirmed, right? As of right now, who knows? Things may change, right? But yeah, a resource, climbing resource, running resource, your mount resource. Are your mounts going to have a stamina bar? Once you get a dragon or a bird, can you fly across an ocean? I don't know if I would want to. I don't know if I would want to climb across an ocean. I think that a sea voyage would be awesome. But if it's a place the size of Earth, if it's a world the size of Earth, are there going to be oceans the size of Earth? Right? They don't have to do it. The continents do not have to be just like Earth. It does not say it's an Earth replica. There could be continents all over. It could be 90% land and 10% water. Everything, including lakes and rivers and oceans. So it could be that the oceans are small. This here, let's see. Yes. This here could be an ocean. And that could be the next continent. We don't know. There are more boats here. There's another one there. There's another one there. It looks like there's more out there. Unless my screen is just dirty and I'm looking at things. But that might also be. But that one is one for sure. That one right there. Yeah, that one's one for sure. I don't think the other ones I'm looking at are. I think that's just my screen being dirty. But yeah, that could be another continent right there. We don't know. We don't know if we don't know if this is how big the oceans are or how much percentage of the entire world is water or is oceans, right? There might just be 1% oceans in the water. This could be an ocean right here. This could open up to a little bit further, and there could be continents all around, separated by this much water. And then you wouldn't need bigger boats. You wouldn't need boats. Not once you got a dragon. That would be the problem. That would be the issue. Once you get a dragon, you wouldn't need to sail if this was an ocean. You wouldn't need to. What for? Why would you? On the other side, if oceans are the size of the Atlantic or the Pacific, that are huge, how could they make it so where you don't feel that you're like, oh shit, man, it's gonna take me actual days to get across the ocean on a boat? Because there ain't no steam, it's all air. Even if you make a bigger boat, because somebody was saying that these are too small to cross big oceans like that. And they're right. Especially if there's, well, not really. Not really, because I'm sure there's not going to be hurricanes or typhoons or stuff like that in the ocean. But there might be giant squids. We saw a giant octopus. Who knows how, if they get bigger than that. Giant squids. A kraken. It could be a kraken. A raid boss. It is a kraken. Right? You never know. And it looks like this boat, you can also put oars on it. You see these rings right here? Those are for oars. And these seats, those are for people on the oars. I wonder if you could get a guild and sit them all down and hee-ho. Hee-ho. Right? But I'm coming off the point here. The point is, it would be cool to be able to make bigger boats than this to cross the ocean. Who knows? It might be like EverQuest, that there are actual big ass NPC driven boats that go across one continent to another. Honestly, I would love to see, NPC cities, giant NPC cities already built in some of these places. Not all over the place, but some of these places. It makes sense. Right? It makes sense. I think that'd be cool. So coming back to dragons, there's people saying that they hope dragons are an end game thing. Flying mounts, right? I take that to mean as in flying mounts need to be an end game thing. And I agree. However, this game, if it is truly the size of Earth, of actual Earth, if you go out to explore somewhere and you're like, I want to go to the next continent, you're going to be gone, dude. You're going to be gone for months if you go on foot. Even on a horse or a mount or whatever, you're going to be gone for weeks or months at a time from your base. Fast travel would help with that, right? But there would also need to be a way to like come back and go back, right? The question is, do they do it like Valheim, to where certain things you cannot take back with you through a portal? For example, in Valheim, if you go somewhere and you mine a bunch of ore, copper, I think it's copper, tin, all that stuff, silver, you can't just build a portal and come back to your base and drop it off. You're not allowed to. It won't allow you to. You have to take your ship, fill your ship's cargo hold with this ore, and then sail your ship back home. Is weight going to be a thing? Another point, right? Is weight going to be a thing? Once you get a lot of ore in you, you go out somewhere a couple of weeks away to this cave that's full of ore, adamantium, titanium, mithril, and you load yourself up with it. Can you carry it? Are you going to be at a slow walk the entire way? Can you put it on a beast? Will they get loaded down? Will your weight and their weight be added together? You know? If you put it on a boat, can you put only so much? Well, I guess you can. I guess it'll be like a cargo hold. And once you fill up the cargo hold, well, you're done, right? That would probably be the way to do it. Like in Valheim. But I don't know. I've always liked the fact of, I've always liked the weight thing, but I've never liked how much weight they allow you. Case in point, Starfield. Starfield, I did not finish that game. But the reason I didn't finish that game is because I couldn't loot anything. I would loot food and I'd be encumbered. And then my oxygen would run out. And I couldn't run. And it pissed me off. So I turned it off. So anyway. I don't know. I want to make this about Starfield. So yeah. You know. Is there going to be weight? You know? Are there more tunes that we haven't seen that we can make? Who knows? Is there going to be raids? Who knows? We know there's going to be magic. We know there's probably going to be magic weapons because of the magic stuff we've seen. But who knows about the rest, right? Different armor sets for different classes. Is there going to be classes? Or is it just going to be equip the weapon and get some skills and that's it? Are you going to have any skills? Coming back to the RPG thing, are we going to have any skills for weapons? You know? Quests. How intricate are the quests going to be? Are they going to be procedurally generated as well? Or are they going to be handwritten? Or a mixture? I could live with a mixture. I wouldn't mind a mixture of both. Some handwritten. Maybe some really intricate ones, handwritten. Long, intricate ones. Or maybe some, you know, not. Maybe some just generated for you. You know, some quick ones to get some coin or whatever. I don't even know that you're gonna need coin. The thing is, I don't know if there's gonna be. I know there's gonna be NPCs, but I don't know to what extent they're gonna do them. So that's another question. To what extent are you gonna do NPCs? To what extent are you gonna do questing? To what extent are you gonna take the RPG part? Right? Dungeon delving. I love dungeon delving. I love dungeon delving. I do it all the time in No Man's Sky. There's nothing to see down there, but I still do it because I think it's super cool. And I do like the dungeons from No Man's Sky. It's just there's nothing to do other than the gas balls. There's nothing down there to kill. Enemy NPCs. We've seen skeletons. We've seen crabs. We've seen boar. Beasts, right? Like wild beasts, like boar, and I think that was a bear. So I can imagine there'd be like spiders. Are there going to be spiders? I don't like spiders, but they're pretty common in RPG. Are there going to be, you know, something like goblins or trolls or orcs? Maybe not exactly that. I don't know if Hello Games wants to stay away from that stuff, but they need something like it. Skeletons are very tropey, but they're a great enemy. Orcs are very tropey, but they're a great enemy to fight. Also, I want to come back to what does light no fire mean? What is it? Because it draws in those ghost things. Are they enemies? It didn't seem like they were attacking. Are they enemies? Or will lighting the fire draw in enemies? Other type of enemies? Will your settlements get raided? Will you get attacked? Do you have to form a defense? And by what? Can you make a place safe so you don't get attacked? All these are questions I know we don't have the answers to, and I know that nobody can answer them other than Hello Games, and they're not going to answer anything. But it just, and I'm not really looking for answers right now. We're going to find out this stuff when the game releases in either full release or early access. But it's just interesting stuff that I'm thinking about, and I'm really excited about the game, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm making up my own, answers in my head, which are gonna stay in my head because I don't know anything for sure, right? But I think it's so cool. So, the last thing I wanna say is when I think my prediction for release, and the truth is I don't know. I was really expecting a trailer in the Summer Game Fest, and we didn't get one. Maybe not in the show, but maybe I thought maybe Hello Games would drop one. Just because of, people have been saying that, Sean doesn't really want a really long. I mean, people don't know, right? Content creators, we don't know. None of us really know. We're just guessing. We're shooting in the dark. And the truth is, it could be any day, or it could be in 2028, 2029. We don't know. But they have been working on it for now about 6 years, right? Because it's been almost a year since the announcement. And I'm hoping that there is another trailer in this Game Awards coming up in about 2 months on December 12th, 2024. I'm hoping there'll be another trailer. I'm also hoping that we'll get more information on their plans for release. Maybe not a release date, but maybe we're thinking about early access at some point in the future. Or we're not going to go early access. We're just going to release the game when it's ready. Now, I know that they've been putting a lot of tech into No Man's Sky. From tech that they've been working on this game, they've been porting it over to No Man's Sky, probably to test it, to make sure everything works. But, man, if I were Hello Games, I mean, I'm not, right? And like I said, I know nothing about this stuff, but I think for a game this size, this ambitious, if you have it working in a good place, I think early access would be the best bet. Because then, like other people have mentioned it, you get so many people coming in, testing it, trying it, reporting bugs. I think Hello Games is a small studio. I think there were like 20 plus people working there the last I heard, right, which was from another content creator, because I've been watching a lot of videos about this, and I saw it at TGS. I just hadn't made a video because so many people have been making videos about it, and I was on the fence. I finally decided to pull the trigger. But yeah, I really do hope that they decide to go with the early access. I think that would be really good for the game and for them. I'm rooting for them, right? Because I want to see this game be a success. And I know that Hello Games has done really well by No Man's Sky. Now, I want to go on record saying I've had No Man's Sky since its release. I know I've heard the conversations, but I never really had a problem with No Man's Sky. It ran fine for me. I think I got it on the PS4, and it ran fine for me. Okay, it ran fine. I was able to explore. I was able to run around. I just couldn't get past the combat. I'm not really a first-person shooter type of guy. I don't really like those games. And that's what drew me off. Not the game itself. If I play with people, great. If I don't, I couldn't care less. I love single-player games as much as I love multiplayer games. And I really didn't care that No Man's Sky launched without multiplayer. I think that was it, right? I'm not entirely sure. I think it launched without multiplayer, or it launched with a faulty multiplayer or something. But I never really cared about that. The game ran fine for me. It ran great, actually. I got about 20 some hours into it, and then I weaned off of it because it was all just the same thing, exploration, the FPS, the combat wasn't really there, and then it was first person. I didn't really like first person, but I will tell you what, I have gone back and checked out some of the updates that have come out. Incredible game. incredible. The the freighters are cool. They look cool. And these last 2 or 3 patches have been just incredible. You know, the world's update, it looks beautiful. The I did go back and check it out, and it looks beautiful. The water looks awesome. The some of those worlds, new worlds, look awesome. I've also tried some fishing. That's awesome. I love fishing games. If I do decide to hook it up to my VR, I'm gonna be fishing. Okay. Um, and all that is work done, I think, or I think that's what he said, right? All that is work done in Light No Fire, ported over to No Man's Sky, because they have the tech. Why not, right? So anyway, this has been a very long video. I don't know if I'm going to release it all in one go, or if I'm going to cut it into like 3 or 4 parts. Probably 3 parts. It's an hour and a half. Maybe 3 parts. Maybe cut some of the silence out if I can find it. Because I did not make any notes. This was kind of like a quick spur of the moment thing. I decided to do it. I was like, the hell with it. Let's do it. And the reason I decided to do it now is because I am hedging my bets. And I'm hoping for another trailer in December. Maybe not a release date. Maybe not even an early access date. But a trailer. We gotta get something, man. We gotta get something. They did so much, such a big push for this game last year. You know, they announced it. They had a huge push in advertisement. They have to do something else for it. They have to put something out there. It just has to be, you know. But as everybody else says, Hello Games plays by their own rules, and we should just have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm super excited about this game. I can't wait to find out more information. I hope we get an FAQ, if nothing else, an FAQ, maybe with a trailer, maybe even some more gameplay, some more combat. Hint, hint, Sean Murray, some combat, right? Some sailing, because so far we've just seen boats standing still. But we'll see. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I will catch you guys later. Peace.